We're good. You can go.
All right. Hey, what's up, y'all? My name is Aaron, and this is a CS212 group project called a note-taking application.
What's up, guys? I'm Muhammad.
And I'm able.
All right, now let's go to the first slide.
The user you. A lot of issues that we commonly heard when we were doing our search for this project were in the note-taking application was users had issues with combining organization, filtering with ease of use, and leaving you confused and inefficient with the workflows. So that's where we came up with our idea, me and the team. Our idea was a note-taking application which featured the CRUD functionalities, create, read, update, and delete. Those functionalities include advanced features like tagging, sorting, and searching, all within a user-friendly interface for you and giving you the features to archive your notes or use active notes as well to enhance your feasibility. Next slide, boss. The components of this project were five key points right here. I'm gonna hand it to you one. One was the core features, the CRUD functionalities, tagging, filtering, and a dashboard for note previews. Advanced features, search, sorting, pinning, and responsiveness for the mobile or for the laptop, away or on the go. Three, user interface enhancements, clean design. We're using that CSS that we were talking about in class. Make sure we have that navigation bar, those clean colors, those visual indicators to make sure you are the best note taker you could be through those phase one deliverables. 6 points for phase one deliverables, and navigation and layout. We added the navigation bar. We added the sidebars. We gave you a mock screen as well. We gave you a placeholder for the search, the navigation bar. We gave you the core functionality of this class, implementing that JavaScript, that Java storage for the user input. We gave you buttons as well. We gave you buttons for the notes, edit, delete, update, you name it. We gave you the designs as well. We gave you the CSS. We applied those CSS styling for clean layout and readability. And then we gave you organization as well to make sure you're getting the whole experience, the holistic experience of the note-taking application. And then under this next slide, phase one, deliverables continued. This is what it looked like after phase one. Obviously, clean, simple, straight to the point. We're straight business here. All right, next slide.
All right. For phase two, we just focus on two aspects, which were the visualization and the functionality of the actual note-taking website. For functionality, we used HTML, Java, and then for the visual improvements, we used mainly CSS and some Java. So the main thing I would say that was added in this phase was the search bar, where you could find notes specified through tags or titles, content, which would make it easier for the user to organize notes and find notes. We also had a sorting organization where it was sorted based off the date it was added. So like the older ones are like, presented later on, stuff like that. We also had note pinning, which was allowing the user to pin important notes. Say if somebody had to store a password or something, they could pin that and then, they could refer back to that. We also had color coordinated tags. So the tags were actually color coordinated to the point where if somebody just opens up their note library, it would be easily able to identify which note is which note. We also had the compatibility of other devices fixed. So like if you were on a phone or desktop, etc., that was fixed. And then for the visual improvements, we just, custom fonts. We had coloring schemes changed. As you can see in the last slide, it was all neon green. I'll show you in the next slide. We got a way better website design. Um, and then we also had it's not really shown in here, but we also had our website had feedback. So if the user typed in the note and then saved it, it would say note saved, etc. Same thing if it deleted. And in these pictures, you can see it's much cleaner, much more professional looking website. It's not bright and not neon green. And on the top right, we have the search bar where you could find the notes via the work tag, content, title, which was making it really easy for the user to find everything. And that should be it for phase two.
All right, and this is going to be the challenges and solutions that we face. So for both phase one and two, we had a lot more than just five challenges, but we'll just be naming the top five challenges that we faced for both phase one and two. So the first challenge was the dynamic section switching. At first, it was really tricky to manage how different sections of the site, like the home, create new, and view notes could be shown and hidden based on users' clicks. I struggled with figuring out how to switch between them without reloading the page. So that was the main issue that we faced. And how we solved it, we used JavaScript to dynamically add and remove classes, both active and hidden, so it can just showcase each page one at a time. The second challenge we faced was creating a tagging system to categorize notes. And the way that we fixed that problem was by we used CSS and we implemented a tagging feature using JavaScript. And the third challenge we faced was filtering the notes by tags. We had three tags: work, study, and personal. And the way that we fixed that problem is we use JavaScript to filter to function and to check if the tags of each node match the selected category. All right, this is going to be the fourth challenge that we faced, the sorting the nodes from oldest to newest. And the main issue was when the user posted the node, it was kind of hard to see which one was the newest one and the latest and which one was the oldest one. And to resolve this issue, we called our sorting function right after adding the new node section. And this basically just solved the issue. It wasn't too big of a deal. The last main challenge that we had was the pinning of more important notes with interfering with the sorting of the older notes. And how we simply fixed that was by ensuring all notes are pinned by timestamps regardless of, if there were any other notes. So let's move on to the actual website itself, which I'll be showcasing it. Alrighty, so here's the actual website. As you guys can see, it has a professional look to it compared to the first attempt. Here it is. Here's the title, note-taking application, and right under it, we just add a little kind of like motto: efficiently organize and manage your thoughts. The first feature I want to talk about is the toggle dark mode. This was made in order in case, if the user was in a dark room or dark setting and they didn't want to strain their eyes. It's a little simple feature, but it greatly improves the looks of the website. Simply, you just tap it, toggle dark mode on and off. And here's the homepage. This homepage is, yet again, very simple, but it states exactly what the website is going to do. It states a little welcome page, and it just has a little short summary of what the website has to offer. I'll just read the first little paragraph. It says this application helps you organize your ideas, tasks, and important notes in an intuitive and efficient way. Without prefined tags like work, study, and personal, you can easily categorize and find your notes. I'll showcase this as I go, but there's three tags that we use, and those three tags should help the user, filter out all the other ideas they have into simple, organized ways. So this is the home page. Now let's go to the other page called the create note. Here is where the brains is. Here's where I'll show you guys exactly what happens when the user wants to make a note. So what they would do is, simple title of the note. It can be almost anything that they want to be. Content, same thing. It could be anything that they want to write. It could be a very simple note, for their bio work, such as, a cell or something and some details about that cell. Or if they want, it can be a lot lengthier note. And the tags here, three tags right here: work, study, and personal. Of course, for work, it can just be simple, a to-do list maybe, or if they have to do something for work, exactly what they have to do, they can name the title, content, and simply just click on the button. It will save it as under that tag. And the second one is study. Of course, this is going to be the main used one. It's going to be study one, and the study one is going to be used in case the user wants to use this for more schoolwork. If they're a college student, they can easily just type in the title of the course. For this case, I guess I can do CS 212, write down a couple contents, and the last one, personal. Personal stuff. It could just be, a grocery list or something just very simple and personal that the person wants to include. So I'll just put in four of these, and I'll just showcase it at the view notes section. So let's go with a title, bio, notes. I'll just put something random like bio notes or something and just put some random stuff. And for this case, since it's bio notes, is going to be under study. So study is going to be the one right here. And once they want to add that note, they simply just press the button, add note, and it stores it already in view notes. I'll show you guys at the end, but let's add a couple more. Now let's do to-do list. And let's save that under personal. Sorry, let me write something first in content. Save it under personal, boom. The last one, let's do work. Let's say Home Depot, write something down here. Let's save it under work. All right, so all these are saved by using the JavaScript that we wrote earlier. And I'll show you guys out the code at the end, but we wrote some code for JavaScript in which it stores it in a place where the user can find it. Now let's go over to the view notes section. This is where the user can see the notes simply by pressing on this page right here, view notes. And here are some other old notes, but I'll show you guys how you're able to delete the notes and find them out by filter. So let's go off with the random one. Okay, let's delete this study one. It also, as you guys can see, is also very color coded. All these have their own color. But let's go ahead and delete this one. just delete these two. So we're left with study, personal, and work. Let's see if we can filter out only work ones. As you can see, the work one shows up, the Home Depot. That's the one we just wrote. Home Depot with the title, the content, and the tag, study, and then personal. And that'll be it for showcasing this. Now let's move on to the code, in which we'll just briefly talk over and showcase it to you guys. Alrighty, here is the coding section.
All right. So I just wanted to highlight a couple important parts. Under student one, phase one on that screen right there where it says create note, we had to put the tags under where it says select a tag. That was really important because it made it very visually easy to see exactly what notes under what sections instead of having the user like just go through the actual letters and try to find it. And then if you could go to the Java, Aaron. Yep, and right there, so under student one, phase two, task one, this is where the actual search bar is, which is, I would say, the most important part. It would find the title or content, whatever the user types in. Like Aaron was saying, whenever he pressed the tags, for example, it popped up. This is the code behind that. This is the code behind the actual search bar. Underneath the student one phase task one is the task two part, where it basically sorts the notes by title. So if the user types in yada yada, whatever title, and then somebody searches up, it's easy to identify, easy to find. And then the one right below that is sorting it by date, which is arguably one of the most important parts because it allows the user to just see the notes based off the time span of when they were put in instead of just finding random notes at random places. So it already has a pre-built-in organization. And then Aaron, you
Yeah,
can take it away.
yeah, and so we use a lot of CSS to kind of style the website to make it look more professional. As you guys saw in the earlier screenshots on the first couple slides, it showcased it and it didn't look as professional as it should. So we were able to use CSS and all the elements that it had in order to provide a professional look to it. And overall, I would say we did pretty well on showcasing that. And of course, there's a JavaScript storage is where it stores everything. All the data is stored right here.
All right.
And yes,
Yeah, sorry. I believe that's it. My name was Abel. It was nice presenting.
alrighty, thank y'all for watching.
My name is Mohammed.